Hello, everybody. I cannot explain the light that is on me right now. What even? Okay, I was scared. It's got like beautiful vista. I look horrifying. But yeah, so I'm gonna, foot issue still on. I'm gonna go sit down, but I figured I'd say hi nice and early. If you're watching in the future, I'm gonna go adjust my technology, so feel free to skip ahead a minute or two. We should be good to go. I'm extra comfy today. Effort? Who's she? I'm wearing my Yu-Gi-Oh sweatpants, so put on your Yu-Gi-Oh sweatpants and join me in Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. Okay, that was actually... I would say that was well thought out if I thought out any of it, which I did not, so... As always, I'm gonna check my microphone to see if it's working. I am live, which is great. Let me check that. See if it's working. Okay, it worked just fine. I sound okay, so I'm just gonna not worry about it. If I start to sound horrendous, I will just trust you guys to be like, hey, that hurt my ears. And then I will adjust. That's fine. Right. Water is still up there, so I'm gonna go get it. Kitty is nestled on his little chair. He has not been eating as much, which is very troubling. So I'm trying to help him eat. One thing that helps him is if I sit with him and eat. I just like sit right next to him and pet him while he eats, like just positive reassurance that he should be eating. But I think it's a case of he seems excited to eat, so I think it's another case of like he's kind of outgrown the food that I give him. So I am just attempting so hard. Oh, he's looking. All right, so today I think we're ready to take on Romina Saint of the Bud. But before I go ahead and do that, oh wow, imagine. I'm gonna post on socials. I think. Oh, here he comes. I think he's gonna come over. Oh my goodness! Yay! Is he gonna come over? No. I just washed. I have this big chair that I was hoping to like really sit in and enjoy, but that's become the cat's chair. He loves that chair, so it's like, okay, at Salem's now. Big old green chair. Posting on socials because I definitely forgot to do that. Sorry, everyone. Should have told the people in the future 3 minutes. Apologies to the people now and in the future. Okay, post 1. Post number 2, and it'll be all done. Again, apologies for this taking a bit. I kind of envy the people who do stream on their PCs and then it doesn't take them very long, or they can like take their time and have like a "we'll be on soon" screen. So consider this to be your "we'll be on soon" screen. And my like icon is just me on the computer. That's so funny. Okay, share. We're posting. Okay, cool. That looks posted. Not gonna worry about it. Alright. Should X out of a few of my windows. Just because if I take up more bandwidth, I tend to have more streaming problems. I had a whole internet outage this morning and into the afternoon. Ugh. There we go, that's a better angle, I think. You're gonna have to deal with me being extra comfy. Inspired as always by Quaylag. Quaylag's like my hero of streaming. So I think that's where we fought the Dancing Lion. And then all the way down there is the map fragment, and I have no clue how to get it. I don't know. It's funny, I've been sort of half following Aegon of Astora's blind playthrough because he's on he's in a really similar trajectory to me. I think he is missing the same map fragments as I am. So that one and this one here, I think. I actually think he does have this one. I don't know how to get it. Hi, Frankie. Did YouTube change the layout? You know, I'm not sure. It hasn't changed on my end, but it might have changed on yours. Which means I could just be a little behind. Truly, I do not know how to get here. I know that there are some catacombs that I need to do. It's this one, I think, the Fog Rift Catacombs, and I think that gives me the map fragment to either here or here. So I'm missing those two things, but I'm way behind on checking up on certain NPCs. Let's see, I think the last time I checked, Letta was still here. Hornsent, I helped him fight Mesmer, and he's about to invade. Freya, I think, is still stuck via glitch in this castle. I was gonna call it Stormvale. Shadow Keep is the name of that. So I think I'll check on them today. I'm gonna check on Letta first. I think the boss door is really close, so I think I'll check on the NPCs, and then we will go fight Romina. Oh, the Dragon Lady. I have not fought Bale yet. Bale is another thing I need to do. Yeah, I will say there's nothing intuitive about the Shadow Realm. It's truly like, you know, an afterlife you may not necessarily want to go to. Despite my foot injury, I've been doing a lot better this past week. And I went to I call it the gym. I have a fitness center in my apartment, which has like some like fairly good equipment, but I mainly use it for cardio. Like if I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll use the elliptical for a little bit, because I'm not allowed to run. I'm gonna ask my podiatrist about it. He goes, no running. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I use the elliptical. I've been able to use it a few times this week. And then I went to the Planet Fitness, the gym today to do a muscle workout. Because until basically today, early this week, I couldn't have imagined being able to actually walk around that gym because my foot was so injured. Horrific. And the only thing I did was like step on it. And in shoes that didn't have arch supports. And that was my crime. It's like weeks of pain and injury. But it's because I had other foot problems that I wasn't aware of those foot problems, so it all converged. So let's talk to Letta. I think I sided with Hornsent and fought her. So I'm curious as to what she'll say now. I don't think we've spoken to her since then.
Ah, there you are. I'm afraid Sir Ansbach will have to be next. He insists that he's nothing but a worn-down, over-the-hill soldier. But in his day, he was the feared commander of the pure-blood knights, who cleaved open Nicola the Kind with his blood blade. He claims he hasn't the spirit to take up his sword again, but I doubt it'll be very long before he recalls, as I have, the cascading sheets of blood. I'm afraid he cannot be left to fester. I've come to a realization. There's ample evidence. Without kindly Nicola's influence, I'm quite mistrustful of others. I've come to a realization. There's ample evidence. Without kindly Nicola's influence, I'm quite mistrustful of others.
Gee, you think? She's honestly like clinically paranoid. Oh my god. There are times where I will just look upon the design of Elden Ring and truly be in awe, and this is one of those times. Ibuprofen power, make up! So true. Oh my goodness. But the weight of them are easy to miss. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, this is actually extremely cool. Hold on, taking a screen cap of that. That's awesome. I think one of them is the Fog Rift Catacombs, because I think it distributes you out to another area. This one, frankly, I have no idea. I think that the caves I have not done, I marked down so I can remember to do them again. So this is one of them, and I do have a marker here to tell myself, hey, this is another one here. The Ruined Forge Lava Intake. I will ask a question. I know that you don't want to spoil, Inspector, but I will ask this. And it's something I do want to know. Are these map fragments I have not found would you find them via um, these two dungeons here, the Fog Rift Catacombs and the Lava Intake? Because there's a non-zero chance that could be it. I think I already ruined her life, so I'm gonna go check on Freya. I do need to address Ansbach, but I haven't the slightest clue where he is, and she's stuck here because I apparently have a glitch. So I'll just go and check on her, see what's up. Today is just San Pellegrino lemonade soda, delicious. It's one of my very favorite things. Yeah, no worries. I think it's enough to say it's hard to find the map fragments. That's completely fine. Just say, hey, gee, that was a challenge. Is in a cave category. Yeah, I figured. I think Fog Rift is the one. Because there is also a sword quest. I think it's a Sword of Night and Sword of Light. Or Sword of Shadow and Sword of Light. That you get through that catacomb. I was really debating with myself, wondering if I should do that before I hit Romina. And I was like, no. I think I'm in the zone, kind of. As much as one can be in the zone by playing a game once a week. Oh good, we're in the room with her.
I'm afraid I'm busy. Truly. I should have asked Ansbach to impart his knowledge when I had the chance.
I wonder if maybe I'll find Ansbach again. And be able to ask him and come back to Freya. Because I remember Frankie, I think it was you that said that she just kind of dies if you don't, if like you defeat Mesmer, and here she is alive.
Lord, will I ever make sense of this jumble?
I want to help you, muscular lady. Please let me help you. I have been to the gym. I promise I have been working out to be worthy of you, Freya. Let me help you. You know what, Inspector? Sure, because I'm stumped personally. I think I don't know which one Fog Rift is. I think Fog Rift might bring you to here. I'm not sure. Did I go here? She doesn't even go here. So yeah, the fragments over here. Could it be through Bale? Because I have not. I realized that I kind of got to Bale fairly early on. One is through the Shadow Keep. Okay. You know what? For me, she disappeared after Mesmer. But did Romina before Mesmer, so maybe that's why. Oh, that's interesting. So I wonder if she disappears after Romina. So I'm just checking to make sure microphone's still on. I think it is. If I'm awkwardly silent, you'll tell me. I think it's on. What in the world? So one's in... So you find one through the Shadow Keep? Well, I know that I went here through the Shadow Keep. There's... Oh, sorry. One more area. I ate a spring roll right before this. Delicious. There's one area that I need to discover via the Shadow Keep that I missed. So I will go back to that. If I defeat Romina, I think I'm going to address that. That is the Shadow Tree Avatar, I believe. So the Grandam's still there. Last time we checked, she was sleeping. Oh, St. Trina and Tialia, they're both still there. I wonder, where did Ansbach go? You know what, let's, I know that this was blocked. I think I can go through because I have Mesmer's Flame. But I don't think I want to right now. The water area below the Shadow Keep. I don't think I have Inspector, so I think I do need to go and do that. That's one of the things that's on my mental list of things to do in Shadow of the Erdtree. But I was thinking of doing Romina first. And I just have not, like, this entire thing, I've done so many dungeons in Elden Ring that, like, I do not particularly feel like doing other dungeons, and I think that's why I've missed out. But maybe I should explore that just a tad. I just want to see if Ansbach is, like, up here by any chance. Letta said that she moved But thankfully she did not move, so. She's like, Ansbach, you're next. I forgot what this ghost said because it's been months now. Is that plant a person or is it a plant? That's definitely a plant and a hole. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm just gonna run. And like, because this is such a cool cinematic situation. You know, I'll ask you, Frankie, is it somewhere that I have access to? Because if so, then yes, I'll want to know. If I don't have access, then, like, say if it's here, I think this Enir Illim is also in the keep. Oh, okay. So what is this? O tower of ours, hidden in shadow, O lofty spiral, piercing the heavens. Lead him safety unto greater godhood. And in divinity grant our salvation. So the people really did believe in what Mikola offered. And I think that up until Shadow of the Erdtree, he was worthy of that. But I think that Mikola threw away more than he needed to. It's something I can't access. Okay, that's all I need to know. So I'll meet him later. I'll have to just accept potential consequences of having the glitch. That's really too bad, because I do enjoy at least attempting to get all the NPC quests in my first run if I can. I wonder, I know there's the whole church district, and I think that the Sunken Chapel, there was an area that I think I kind of stumbled upon, I think. And then I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to do this yet. And then I kind of forgot about it. You thought I was going to do Romina? No! I'm going to explore random stuff. If I happen to be close by, where I need to be, I don't know, am I? So that was a big old elevator that took you up. Behold! Hole! Oh, there's all of this, right? So I did not get far from here. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's what I missed. So maybe that's the way over here. Because I got as far as... Yeah, there's the Eastern Nameless Mausoleum. I did not complete that, and that's why there is a marker. So that means that I needed to do battle. You know what? Oh no, this might not be the right place. Oh boy. Okay. Hair pulling, trying to find everything this place. Weirdly harder than it is harder than the base game. I feel like in the base game, I think everything except the consecrated snowfield was pretty easy to find. Like, think about how easy Caelid was to find. Like, Caelid's like really a mid-game area. You can find it immediately. You can't miss it. And then, yeah, I think it really is everything except for the consecrated snowfield is extremely easy. Consecrated snowfield has that one very convoluted mission surrounding it where you have to find the 2 Haley Tree medallions. Yeah, so it was down here, I think. Yeah, Caelid's your next door neighbor. Do you like your next door neighbor? Maybe not. You know what? Maybe I'll go to the river upstream. Maybe I'll do a little exploring. Because, like, I don't necessarily want to lose Freya, but I don't think... I have a feeling he's an Enir Illim already. Wait, how can he be an Enir Illim right now if it's not open? I don't know. I'm trying to find logic in things where there's no logic. It's not good. That's not a good thing to do. It's madness. So I think... Where do I go? I need to head south. I think I will. I didn't do everything over here. I figured I would save it for another time because I was, I got pretty overwhelmed by the Shadow Keep. And then this is in the middle of the Shadow Keep. I feel like the Shadow Keep is like... I mean, I'm not officially diagnosed with this. This is something I'm actually going to pursue this year, at least like an attempt to pursue a diagnosis, but it's like an ADHD person's nightmare. It's like, oh yeah, like you're in the zone, let's take you out of the Shadow Keep and stop you from being in the zone. So there's three other completely expansive places you can go to that really intimidated me, and I was like, no, I have to like stay on track or else I will veer off forever and never come back. I am trying to know myself. It's only me and the goats up here and the fly people. I know, hello, hi, you have the fly sickness. No one's ever survived the fly sickness, I get it. You get down with the sickness, ooh, wah. Okay. So that's what I have to say about that. I've been watching this one, Big Cat Sanctuary and their videos. They're in Texas, it's Care Rescue Texas. I watch their videos and I enjoy them very much. And the guy who does the videos, his name is like Derek. His like online name is Big Cat Derek. He was talking about Rob Zombie. I think that's Rob Zombie down with the sickness, or else it's Disturbed down with the sickness. I don't remember. But he just saw Rob Zombie and he goes like, yes, I saw Mr. Zombie. And he was talking about how when you're like 13, I had this all along. Okay, so when you're like 13, there's something very special and magical that happens when you listen to Rob Zombie. And he's like, if you have rock in your heart, you should go to see Rob Zombie live. So it's like, that's a good idea. I wonder, I know, right? If only I could be normal. I think I went down there at one point. I think my goal has always been, like, it's like, I've always strived to be normal. That's like all I've really ever wanted. Well, in some ways and not all. Like, having normal health is great. And I don't, like, yeah. I think maybe deep set things I don't necessarily want to talk about. But I've always been known as kind of, like, just a weird egg. So, like, if someone's like, I've gotten, a CAT scan and an MRI on my brain. They're both like, hey, your brain's normal. And I was like, first time I've ever heard that. But that's a great thing to hear in general after a CAT scan or an MRI, for sure. Beware of ill-omened creature, therefore no taking on at once, all ahead. Okay. Is there a boss here? And I do feel a little sorrowful that... Oh, that guy! Or that lady, I don't know. That is an ill-omened creature. Did I applaud this message? Well, I did now. Hey, Pastor Muppets! Yeah, I have a few friends who are pretty confident in me and would like me to pursue the diagnosis on the possibility of having ADHD. I agree with them, so I'm going to pursue it. Because I genuinely believe that you need a diagnosis for these types of health conditions to know for sure. But what I can say for now is that I might have it. It's quite possible. One thing I really liked, I mean, the film Oppenheimer was great in general, but one thing I really liked about it is just learning the phrase, like, a non-zero chance. Like, yeah, there's a non-zero chance that I have that. I've seen the meme that's like, in reality, the ADHD spectrum looks more like this, and it's Elden Ring. Intro starts. Yeah, I can't help but agree with that. I wonder if this truly is the area, like the way to the other area. Because I don't think I've ever been here before. What? Did I go here? Maybe I did? Maybe I didn't. This game, or the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion, has been out since roughly June 2024. So it's getting to the point where I don't properly remember everything I've done. I think that's the biggest shortcoming. Oh, there's something scurrying. Hello. Actually, there is a lot scurrying. Oh, I have not been here. The village. The flies. I am here at the village. So I do know about the fly sickness and how it has never been cured. Oh, this looks like a queen. Like, you know how bees or ants have a queen? And they can suss her out via scent. This is probably a queen that makes them. But they were once people. And there's evidence to show... no confirmation as far as I know, but evidence to show that perhaps Mikola was afflicted by this at one point. At the time where he was abducted by Moog, or so, you know, or so it appeared. He was sprouting wings. I believe that was a result of him being in, or sort of self-imposed chrysalis in a pupa state, very much like a dragonfly would have been. But I saw the fly sickness and I thought, maybe he was afflicted with the fly sickness. This is so strange. So it's the fly village. This looks too small to me to be a village, but maybe I'm wrong. The true Elden Ring symptom of, like, wanting to do one thing and then you discover, like, 14 other things. So I appreciate, if you are here for Romina, the fact that I'm just kind of freely exploring at the moment. I was feeling some kind of way about not having certain map fragments. This is a good way to get some runes as well. Oh, so true, girl. Ah! Oh, not her again. Girl, you are down quite bad. Oh my god, that was more than I thought there were. Okay. Let me get serious about this for a second. Everything reminds me of Bloodborne, but this reminds me of the end of the Hemwick Charnel Lane in Bloodborne. Oh wow, so you are a blood sorcerer who is casting Swarm of Flies. Imagine Swarm of Flies in a fly village. Who would have thunk? Okay. This is interesting. So I got fly mold. I think that might have been the item that, let me see. Okay. So it's a species of fungus known for its deathly sweet stench. Ooh, and I have 28 of them. Imagine how I smell. Found by hunting man-flies. Cultivated using the flesh and blood of man-flies, it can serve as pot innards. The pots are horrific too. That was a cool story addition that they added. Do I have fly warriors that kind of tell me? Because I remember I got a little lore about the fly sickness. And I forget where that was. Hi, the Freeman, how are you? I need to get back to you. You messaged me a little bit ago, and I meant to message you somewhere else because I can't type very well on PlayStation. But long story short, I'm doing okay. Thank you for your message. They're praying and lamenting over this queen, it looks like. Yeah, they're like weeping. Oh, you know what? I have a new sword. And it's a good sword. Why don't I use that? Cool, manfly ashes. That's like what I was looking for in my inventory that I didn't have, actually. Well then, that was convenient. But I know that there's more about the fly sickness, that it's incurable. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. 2 of the man-flies attack foes from the air, while the 3rd spits poison from the rear. Afflicted horn scent eventually metamorphosed into a fly-like form. It was believed that the moment of transformation took place, they were relieved from their suffering. Oh, wow. You wonder, though, if the suffering just kind of came back again after. Item ahead. It has been a hot minute. No, it definitely, like, warmed my heart to see your message. I know it was very, like, quick, but still, when you remember that you're like, oh, my friends don't forget me. It's just a nice thing, you know? Yeah, I agree. It's like that maybe there's like this momentary relief from the pain and then the pain gets worse because they're obviously very sick, these flies. So these are afflicted horn scent. I think that the Marika being like a Miko, like a shrine maiden slash like a shaman is very interesting. And the fact that the shaman have these very malleable bodies that are easy to stuff in jars. But I think that I don't know much about her kind of transformation into godhood. I don't know if anyone knows a lot about that personally. But from the trailer, it looks like she did take something important from the horn set, and the horn set were the ones who were trying to become gods in the first place. That's what we learned by, I forget what the name of that specific type of creature that you fight. It's one that we just fought, some of the chakrams. So they were very penitent folk, and they were working on becoming gods. But on Blue Sky, yep, that makes sense. I have not, like, adapted to Blue Sky yet. I keep meaning to, and then I'll log on, repost a couple things, and I'll just log off for, like, 6 months. So that's been me on Blue Sky. I wish I could say that I've taken to it, but I just haven't. Which is not great, because the platforms that I am on have, like, ooh, have they ever fallen from grace? Oh. I wonder if the Fly Village has a site of grace. Speaking of grace. Oh, look at that! I got a nice cheeky refill. I'm gonna fall down here, because it looks like this is where I want to go. I would like to venture over here. It looks like I've discovered a couple things here. How did I get there? I don't know. Elder's Hovel. Yeah, that's the thing. And I hear that the vibe is a little weird on there. Ah! How dare you slap my horse? Hello? I'm trying to get off torrent right now. There we go. Do you know what's weird? I think that my new controller is starting to wear out. And it's just because I play a lot of Elden Ring. What direction am I going in? That's pretty important. It looks like I am going in the right direction. I mean, that's good. I think as long as you have a good time on the platform, that's what counts and what matters. Oh, that could probably lead you down there. This looks like it leads you down too, so why don't I give it a shot? I heard they're strict about, like, really strange things. Like, if you're an artist, it's not great, but then again, being on Twitter is actively pretty hostile if you're an artist as well, for a variety of reasons. They, somewhat recently, it might have been a year ago, but or two even, somewhat recently, they changed the algorithm so that if you post like a picture that isn't like a photo, or if it's like your own art, the algorithm like won't pick it up. I do not have a lot of reach on Twitter. Like, people, like, I'm not well known whatsoever, and it is what it is. But I got frustrated with it. I ended up asking. There's one of my friends is like, she does really well with her art, which I absolutely love. And like, I was asking, I was just like, I was just saying, I'm so frustrated with this. Like, why is it like, am I shitty? Like, I don't understand. And she was really nice. She was like, you know, even with mine, I used to get like a really big reach, and now I just don't anymore. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess that like, it says more about the algorithm. If it's affecting you as well, it's like, at least I know it's not me. There's a certain degree of comfort in that. Like, maybe I'm not the problem. Because, like, because I think it's mainly because I have, after attending art school and having that do some good and some damage. And then, this situation I was in for a very long time, the person I was around would call me a shitty artist a lot, so I stopped doing 2D art for over 10 years just because of that combination of things. And so as a result, I just happen to feel very self-conscious about the things that I make, like specifically the 2D art. I'm pretty confident in other things, like cosplay I'm confident in. By video making, I'm pretty confident in it too. Like, even if my videos don't get a lot of reach, I'm just, maybe don't try jumping. Oh no, I think that is a liar. Should I try jumping? Yeah, the Ghibli thing truly made me so depressed. Like, I'm still depressed about it, especially because, like, the people who do it, they don't understand, like, the point of a lot of Ghibli either. Like, Ghibli is... Oh no. Should I even attempt this? Like, Ghibli is deeply anti-war and anti-fascist. Like, I'm not one of those people who will be like, how dare you look at a relaxing Ghibli vibes. Thanks. Thank you, Frankie. Frankie also commissioned me not too long ago. It was one of my favorite pieces. Very, very fun to do. What was I saying? But, like, yes, Ghibli vibes are fine. It looks close enough. I don't know. I'm scared. Oh, I made it. I made it. What do we do from here? Oh, this is different. I'm a little nervous. Well, there's one of these dudes. And they're like, hey girl. I'm gonna lead you over to a dungeon. Thank you. I just feel self-conscious about it. So if it doesn't get, like, I don't know, like, like interactions or like people saying anything or something like that, it makes me feel insecure about it. And at least now, like, with my friend telling me that, I know that it's not, like, necessarily my fault. Plus, like, I know that my stuff isn't necessarily for everyone either, and my style is pretty simplistic. I found that, like, ooh, I got a shotel. I called that a shotel on a video, and I'm like, why have I done this? Why did I make that decision? It's a shotel. Yeah, it's like, I do it because I enjoy doing it. That's the whole thing. And I get worried, I'm gonna go into it again. I went into it last week too, but I get worried that people, just because of the, I'm not even calling it accessibility because I think that would be unfair to say. I think that the ease at which people can just generate things without doing them and think about like art as a product and not the joy of something that you get to do with your hands, your feet, however you like to do it, then I feel like we're gonna lose a lot of these skills, and people won't have actual access to it anymore. Or artists won't be allowed to just do what they do. Like, I was watching, I watched Eraserhead last night. Still on my, the Darklight Catacombs. Ew. I'm gonna access the... I'm not gonna do this right now. I watched Eraserhead. Like, that movie... Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, art is a thing you do because you like doing it, and, like, even if, like, objectively you're like, I'm not that good, or whatever, like, I think that's so subjective. Like, I don't think it's fair to say that about your art or really anyone else's. So I'm marking this down to say I have not done it, but I do want to activate the grace here. So I was watching Eraserhead, and, like, then afterward, I got so confused by it. It's funny because my first impression of it was pretty accurate, I think, as far as, like, getting it, even though I know that there's not one interpretation of it at all. Oh, what's this over here? Oh no. This is indeed dark. Oh, that's a trap. There's a trap if I've ever seen one. Do I bother? Oh no, what have I done? But so David Lynch, like, it took him 5 years to make Eraserhead, and it was his first feature-length film after art school. And one of the reasons why it took 5 years is just he, like, would run out of funding. Be wary of left. Yeah, I figured that something would be, like, above you. Like, oh, there's something there. That's one of them. One of them's. Hello. It's like a golem. And then, so Eraserhead didn't do very well at release because it's a very weird movie. Like, I'm not shocked that it didn't do well after release, but the thing is, I think it's extremely influential. Like, the baby in Eraserhead is so horrific, but it also reminds me of every weird practical effect I saw from an 80s movie. And I realized that Eraserhead was made in 1977, so I was like, I think that creators were influenced by this. One of the creators he was influenced by Eraserhead was H.R. Geiger. He's the guy who designed Alien, like the Alien movies and Aliens. So Geiger was inspired by Eraserhead. What happened, and the reason why it ended up being successful, is because, like, he wasn't sure, so he went to a film festival, or he applied to a bunch of film festivals, didn't get through to the film festivals, he got rejected. Something incredible ahead. I don't know if I believe that. Be wary as... Oh no. Watch me patches and he, like, shoves me off the cliff. Time for regret. So nothing. Nothing ahead. But then I forget who it was, but there was somebody who owned like a theater, and he was like, well, why don't we play movies that we feel are kind of like artistic and important and a little like weird and oddball, and we'll play it at this theater at midnight, I think once a week. And so they did that, and people kept coming to see Eraserhead, and like soon enough it had a cult following, and it ended up seeing success. One of the people that was influenced by it was Mel Brooks, which I was so tickled by it because I've been a longtime fan of Mel Brooks. So that's why he hired David Lynch to direct Elephant Man, that movie, which was a pretty well received movie, I think. Be wary of target lock. Oh no. What is happening? Be wary of liar. Liar ahead. Okay, so I'm not jumping off that cliff. What do I do? Am I stuck? Maybe I'm stuck. Okay, maybe I'll figure that out later. I think I'm lost. Unless it is at the end of Darklight Catacombs, which is a possibility. But I was just interested, and I'm like, the point that I was trying to make through all this was like, in the age where we're not regulating AI art, and the technology is not here for the betterment of a single soul. Like, they're not using the generative technology that they have to fight diseases or be better at medical science or make people like automation to make people's like lives easier by way of automating particularly repetitive tasks, which I think is fine, as long as it's not like making things for you. And no, it's co-opting art. Like, no, like that's not. And it's not even like artists are known to be particularly well paid or anything like that. So it drives me crazy. And it makes me sad. Like, we're already losing tailoring as a skill. Like, certain tailoring skills are becoming more and more scarce because people aren't going to classes to learn these things. And a lot of the time they think that what they, like, sewing tips that they learn on TikTok will make them a good tailor. Like, no, tailoring is very intricate. Like, I would say I'm only passable in tailoring, to be honest. There's so much more for me to learn. Like, pad stitching I don't do a lot, which is a tailoring method. Knowing how to do a really good rolled lapel or a notched collar that stays against your neck. Oh, I struggle with that. But a lot of times the collar is like the last thing I do, personally. So I will not take extra care with the collar. I will whip that up in a half an hour and do a piss poor job of it. Well, not that piss poor. Like the stitching will be neat, but the actual tailoring will leave something to be desired, in my opinion. But like, most laymen don't know that. Like, if you're an experienced tailor, you could probably look at my collars and be like, oh, whoa, that's whack. Like, the menswear guy would be like, oh, that's a little rough. And I would agree. But if you're just looking at stitching, it's like, ah, look at that. French seams. But again, a layman wouldn't know that. They wouldn't know about what a French seam is. They wouldn't know what a notched collar or a rolled lapel and what that means and how to do it. But I don't know. And so we're losing those skills. Makes me feel a little guilty for not knowing them very well. I think I'm stuck here. I'm scared. I've discovered many things, but not how to get down here. The name... Yeah, it's not... Because, like, AI art is not art. It's just, like, a regurgitated thing. And what really makes me mad is, like, most of the artists that it siphoned from didn't give their permission whatsoever. Like, there was no permission given. So it makes me feel crazy. How did I get down here? Wait! This can't be a way, is it? I'm so deeply confused. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Since it's been 49 minutes, I'm gonna go to Romina right now. Here we go. You know what, Frankie? I would love to know, I know some of you were saying Shadowkeep, and I think that's where the Shadow Tree avatar is. I didn't want to be spoiled, but then I think I did watch Aegon's video, and I was like, oh, that's where that is. So it's somewhere in the Shadowkeep. Or rather, accessible through the Shadowkeep somehow. In a way that I missed. Even though I've spent so much time in the Shadowkeep, I feel like I'm crazy. I feel like Charlie from Always Sunny with his like crazy board. I'm like, but I've been here, and I've been here. There is no Peppa Sylvia. The way down there, it is indeed the dark catacombs I just found. Okay, so we're on to something. We're onto it. Okay. At least now I know. So I'm gonna have to do a couple, either some crunch and do some catacomb streams. I'm just gonna have to face it and do it. I think I need to go back here and go a different way. Get invaded by Hornsent again. Dog! And go to... I think it leads you to Romina? Do we have to do this entire run? I feel so spoiled because I've been through like Bloodborne, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, where you have to like really run to a boss. So I'm being a wimp. Like, do you have to? Will I get a sight of grace ahead of time? Maybe not. The answer is perhaps not. And maybe I shouldn't whine about it. And back in my day, it was so much worse. I like how he's playing like Skippy Rocks. You gonna do a Skippy Rock, my friend? Wait, I have way too many hold on, I have way too many runes to go wasting them here. Okay, I have almost 200k. Meanwhile, I was about to fight a boss. I'm silly. But I think Fog Rift Catacombs will lead you to that area of the map, and then the other area might be the Dark Catacombs. I don't know. I don't know. But I remember Aegon, I think, was having trouble with the same things. Like, nothing about this is intuitive. And they're like, hey, I'm gonna force you to go through these catacombs. Like, oh god, do I have to? Must I? How many Marika's runes? 80,000? I have almost 200,000, so let's pop in 6. Hopefully that should be enough to level. Maybe it's a little excessive even. Yeah, that's excessive. I could also go to the Table of Lost Grace and level up the fly dudes. The dudes. Level? Yeah, I will have about 100,000 left, so that was indeed excessive. I think I have the faith that I want, because then the 24 will allow me to do a good amount of incantations. Dex, I think I've gotten to one of the caps on Dex, so I've kind of, I think the cap is 60. So I think I'll go back to strength. And then I do, R1. Okay, so I do want to... Look at that map. Ridiculous. Go back here to the round table, and then... Whoop. Wow, that was an unexpected splash. Level up my flies. Because that sounds like a good combination of ashes. Okay, so I'm here. Go see Hugh and to see the betrayed look on Rodrika's eyes. She who was once my best friend, now she will not speak to me. Oh, because all I did was burn the Ur tree.
Let's go smithing.
Aw, I truly love him. Actually, I'm gonna go look at Mesmer's things because I am way behind on things to do here. When I stream, I tend to get into like a what exciting thing can I do next state of mind, and then I forget to do like the housekeeping things like this that are really important to do. So let's look at his remembrance. We'll look at a couple of remembrances because I haven't been here in a while. Let's look at all of the Shadow of the Earth runes because I'm behind. The power of its namesake. Okay. When the Impaler's army assailed the tower, the ritual of the lion dance was turned toward martial arts. Its divinity, its fury, its light-footed beauty. A charm depicting the crazed, cavorting dance of the divine beast conducted at the Tower Festival. Raises potency of storm. So that's interesting to know. It's like a Tower Festival that it's kind of like, it reminds me of Chinese New Year. Divine beasts are messengers of the heavens, and their rage mirrors the tumult of the skies, of which storms are the pinnacle. The cold affinity and the Hoarfrost Stomp. The Divine Beast Frost Stomp. Divine Beast Frost Stomp, a skill which imitates the wrath of the Divine Beast dance. Lift a leg up high and stamp it down with great force. It sends a powerful wave of frost straight out from the ground. It can be changed to increase power and range. Okay, so we knew that already. Remembrance of Rolana, the Twin Moon Knight, hewn into the Shadow Tree. The power of its name. Okay. Once a Carian princess, Rolana disavowed her birthright and chose to stand at Mesmer's side instead, knowing full well that not even the brilliance of the moon could grant him succor. Before long, she became known as the Sword of Mesmer. So she knew that he was going to draw all the ire of all the Horn Scent and all the people that he wronged in his mother's name. Like, and he purposely wanted that directed toward him, and she knew that was happening and yet still stuck by him. Man, Rolana, you're so smart. Why would you do this? Interesting also to know that Ymir was the one who taught her. You see that the Zelda movie is going to be shot in New Zealand. Ooh, that's promising. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic about it. I feel like it would be better served as an animation for Zelda. I'm a little scared that it's not going to be good, but I could be wrong. Carian Knight Greatsword with embedded, Carian Knight Greatsword embedded with blue glintstone. Weapon of Rolana, the Twin Moon Knight. Twin swords as a single armament. When two-handing, a straight sword engraved with a golden flame can be carried in the left hand. Here and here alone will moon and fire ever be to... Stop it right now. These people... the people at From Software who wrote this, they love romance. Look at that. Here and here alone were moon and fire ever together. So they weren't really ever together. She was in love with him, and he either didn't reciprocate or he knew that, like, it couldn't be. Like, oh man, that's a tragic love story right there. It's a little dumb too. Just because of what Mesmer did. But, like, I understand. Like, it's not forgivable, but there's a lot of moral complexity to it, which makes it very interesting. Assume ready stance, swords imbued with magic. Follow up with the normal attack to cast glintstone and light waves, or strong attack to perform a spinning attack that bathes the area with flame. Light waves can have up to 2 follow-up casts with additional inputs. That reads like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. And then Sorcery of Rolana, the Twin Moon Knights, called Rolana's Twin Moons. Incarnate overlapping twin moons, which strike the ground one after the other, violently shaking the earth with moonlight. In her childhood, she and her elder sister, Renala, met these moons, overlapping as though nestled against one another. So the Carians, like, really do adopt a moon. I think the person who really helped me to understand that was Smotown. He has some great videos about, like, the Carians and the moons and how that all works. So I was like, how does that work? So I watched that video, I think, like, a year ago. I was like, oh, okay, this explains quite a lot. And I like how Ymir is like, no, the moon's, like, so close. Like, I'm looking for the whole universe. Putrescent Knight. All tainted flesh eventually becomes putrescent, and this clump of it imbibed St. Trina's nectar, which granted it eternal rest, and so it was that putrescence became her knight. Oh, wow. I think that she was influenced by, like, the corpse liquor is what they called it, and it kind of turned her natural sleep ability into that poison ability. So I think that's when the knight became hers. So it's interesting to know that they were influenced by her too. I think that she's like Mikola in that she has an easy ability to charm people and things. And I think that they want to be around her. Like we saw, I think one thing that I kept thinking about, I'm like, why is this? Was all the animals near St. Trina's like chasm that she was in, and all the animals were like surrounding it, like bowed, like looking kind of like either sleepy or in reverence. And I think that that's evident to the fact that that people do adore her. Okay. A great cleaver of hardened putrescence affixed to an arch fashioned by human bones gains power from the wielder's arcane attribute. The spinning guillotine. Hold the putrid blade at both ends and arch the body backwards to deliver a powerful overhead chop. Repeated inputs deliver follow-up attacks for as long as stamina allows. Strong attack performs a leap, followed by a spinning attack. The vortex of putrescence launches a whirl of putrescent jets that bathe the surroundings of all they touch in ghost flame. In an age-long past, death was burned by ghost flame. Even the remains of tainted flesh were given equal treatment in death. I think I did read this one. They were both cursed. Both were elder brothers to the lion, and both were cursed from birth. In spite of, or perhaps because of this very reason, Gaius was both Messmer's friend and the leader of his men. So they're like Michael and Melania, in which they were probably born around the same time. I think he's an albinuric, so he's like artificial. Possible they could have been. I don't know how that works, especially because Marika does not take kindly to the albinurics as well. Or maybe she was. I don't understand that. If he was like an adopted child, or if he may have been born that way somehow, and then she was like, "Oh no, sweep that under the rug," just like with Mesmer, send him to the Shadow Realm, close the door. A weapon once wielded by Commander Gaius, combination of greatsword and lance. Weighty and capable of being brought to bear with great force, this armament shows its true potential when used astride a mount. Gaius himself was never without his boar. Just like Radon! Except he has a big boar, and Radon has a small horse. Gravity skill honed by the disciples of an alabaster lord. Uses gravitational power to dig in the air before rotating the body and charging forward. An additional input allows for follow-up attack. Gravity manipulating sorcery of Commander Gaius. Like, imagine they went to Celia Town of Sorcery together to study sorcery. Like with Radon. That would have been cute. Pulls blade-like clumps of rock from the earth. Charge to form 3 successive clumps. Gaius and Radon were good rivals in their youth, and this sorcery is part of their friendly competition. So it's like Yuki and Kaiba. They're friendly rivals. Yeah, I imagine they must have, like, studied at Celia together to learn the gravity magic. The power of its... Okay, the mother of all 2 fingers and finger creepers was in turn a magnificently gleaming daughter of the greater will, and the first shooting star to fall upon the lands between. So she was the first of all the outer gods. Staff fashioned by the tail fingers of Metir. I had to like read that twice to understand what it was I just read. Mother fingers and the microcosm raised aloft over the crux they form. Catalyst for casting both sorceries and incantations. The mother received science from the greater will from the beyond of the microcosm. Despite being broken and abandoned, she kept waiting for another message to come. That reminds me of Abraiatus a little bit, but like instead of Abraiatus, I feel like she just wandered and got lost. Like a daughter of the cosmos who got lost in this world where she was used as like a blood mule. I think this is more sinister. Like she was left behind like Abraiatus was, but she was creating these like 2 fingers that controlled everything in this world. Armament has no skill. The gazing finger. The head of Metir, the finger mother, wielded as a weapon without modification, is like a big donk club. Look at the fingerprints on it. It's so unsettling. From within the center of the fingerprint that wrinkles the creature's foremost protrusion, a tiny wart-like eye gazes vacantly into the beyond. Wow! The writing on that's phenomenal. Skill performed as a violent bow, using finger's foremost protrusion. Resentment builds as it's forced, or a violent bow, using the finger's foremost protrusion. Resentment builds as it's forced to bow, making it explode with anger. Hold button to further increase resentment. That's hilarious. Like, she will not bow. She's too angry. And then Mesmer. A malevolent snake writhed within Mesmer. And so his fairy mother plucked out his eye and put in its place a seal of grace. Yet, having done so, her fear compelled her to secret away her child within the realm of shadow. I probably read 3 or 4 words of that wrong. Hidden away, keeping company with the original sin and a hatred that could not be confined. Spear of the Impaler. A great spear with a warped blade in the shape of an undulating flame. Remade by the forging arts of the realm of shadow. This weapon can be thrown by executing a strong attack, dashing strong attack, or mounted strong attack. Charge the attack to produce flame on impact. A fierce recession of attacks using a flame-coated spear tip. Repeated inputs follow up to 2 attacks. The final move thrusts the spear into the ground, causing countless spears to form in the surrounding area. Oh, I know what they're talking about. I was impaled by that many times. Yeah, I would like Mesmer's armor. Summons Mesmer's flame to form a floating orb. I should perhaps go to a mausoleum, though, first, and duplicate the power of his remembrance. Summons Mesmer's flame to form a giant floating orb. The orb soars toward a foe, crashes into the earth, and explodes after a brief delay. Charging enhances potency. When I read too fast, I just stumble. Mesmer despised his own fire. Time and time again, he hoped to rid himself of it, but ever did it burn. Do I need to spend... Oh, okay, maybe I don't need to spend things. Black armor of Mesmer the Impaler. Yes, this is very stylish. Draped with a what did I just say? Draped with a red cloak bearing his crest embroidered. That's part of why I do the whole reading voice, because I have to slow down. On his mother's wishes, Mesmer made himself a symbol of fear, undertaking the cleansing crusade she desired. Direct thy maledictions, thine ire, and thine grief toward me alone. So yeah, he wanted to redirect the people's anger at Marika to him. He did that for her. It's like unfair. I think I will get... Does he have Greaves, or is he just pantless? We're done. Queens. Lania, Elden Lord, Mesmer. Mesmer's great, you get underwear! Oh, that's great! You get some underwear! You get to wear... You guys, you get to, like, wear Mesmer's used underpants. Black Greaves of Mesmer the Impaler. On his mother's wishes, Mesmer made himself a symbol of fear, undertaking the cleansing crusade she desired. Direct thy maledictions, thine ire, and thy grief toward me alone. That's sad. Like, I don't feel bad for him because, like, he should know he done messed up. For real. So weight is 12.8. Let me see if I can... Okay. I did want Mesmer's armor, specifically. Okay, so the physical damage negation isn't as bad. Some of the... Oh, the weight's much better. Okay. We're cooking. That's new, so I'll read it. Armor as dark as shadow, worn by the vulgar militiamen. Freshly singed battlegrounds effusing with the stench of the dead. Forbidden lands that will be excised from the memory of history. What better place in the realms of shadow, then, for such an army? Okay. We're gonna look so fashion. Oh, wait, do I have Greaves? I do not. Okay, I need to find the underwear. There it is. Look at that. I'm wearing his underpants. Woo! Underpants! Pants party! Party with the pants! Receive equipment from champions. Do I have mesmers? Not yet. What I do now? Oh, I look so stylish! My hood kind of goes with it. It's like a deeper crimson, but I like the monotone. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah! Look at me! There's a Mesmer helmet? Oh, do I want that? Actually, his helmet's really cool. I remember it pretty clearly from drawing it. So let me take a look here. I know that mine is good against, I think it's physical damage because it's the red one, and then the blue one is good for magic. There he is! Look at the hair! But it comes with hair! It's like, comes with a wig! Like, I get the chainmail coif, I get the helmet, and I get a wig. Do I wear the wig? Black helm of Mesmer the Impaler, crowned with 2 intertwined winged serpents. Slightly enhances the incantations of Mesmer's flame, as well as Fire Knight's skills. The winged snakes were ever Mesmer's constant companions. I added the ever because constant means the same thing. They were there when the base serpent was sealed away behind his eye. They were there through his eternity of suffering. They will accompany him yet in his hideous new form, born when he destroyed the grace granted by his mother. They have accepted his fate as much as he. So that's why, like, I don't know, I have really complex feelings toward Mesmer. I think he's such an interesting, it's like, the way that I feel about Mesmer is very similar to the way I feel about Lawrence from Bloodborne. Look at me! Ha-ha! Oh wow, look at the shadows under my eyes are so serious. I have not slept. I don't want to look too much like Mesmer. I want to still look like me, so I think let's go back to the cape and then we'll fight the Saint of the Bud. Ooh! The Cursed Blade, that's what they're called. So I'm gonna read that again. A mask affixed by a crown of tangled horns worn by those who would invoke divinity, so they want to become gods. Divine invocation heightens the dexterity of the wearer, or invoke the gods rather. It means 2 different things. But causes the blessing of the Erdtree to become nauseating, reducing their restorative effect of drinking from a flask of secret tears. Yeah. So someone to invoke the power of the gods, so not necessarily become gods. In my brain, that translated to become gods. So how am I doing? 63. I'm gonna go back to Mr. Hugh, because that's why I was here in the first place, and then I ended up buying clothes. It's like a trip to the mall. When I need one thing, and then I buy another. Like, I need a pillow, and then I buy an outfit, and like, bath bombs, and I come out, and I do not have the pillow that I needed. Imagine. Wait, I think it's her. I think it's the spirit tuning.
I see. You're here for some spirit tuning.
Oh, she sounds so hurt. It's sad. I really do love her a lot. I want to level up the flies. As many as I can, I think. Because I like the idea of this. Like, someone's spitting poison, the other's like flying around. There are 3 of them. Okay, very cool. I'm dressed up like Mesmer. I'm wearing his underpants. That's so funny. I love it. I'm here for it. Go with God. Do what you want to do. Alright. Okay. So we're gonna go finish Saint of the Bud, or do Saint of the Bud. After an hour. You guys are very nice. They're all fine with me. Kind of wandering around. But I really didn't... I will say I did need to do a few things, or like explore a little bit and talk to some of the NPCs, because it's been a bit. Yeah, I do not have 60 faith. I don't think I will have that much on this character or this playthrough. Much more an intelligence based character than faith. Ah, look at me! I love this character. He looks so cute. Look at him. Like, heck yeah. Like, increased movement in his little skirt. Oh, it must feel so breezy. He feels all the wind, you know. Oh, jeez. I know that there's like a refill up there, so... Maybe foolhardy, but I'm gonna top off right now. Ah. Okay. There we go. And then everything gets replenished. Happy day. I know this is just kind of a pain at this point. I think I'm just gonna go straight down to where I was. Oh no. I hear the slapping of feet. I don't like it. Do I have to go back here? I don't think so, right? I'm trying to get to... Oh, he's followed me. Oh! I need to get back to where the horn scent invaded me, but I completely forget where that is. It's like here somewhere. So there was that big elevator. There he is over there. Okay. Oh. Can I summon the elevator? Yes, I can, it seems. Oh, here he comes. I forgot where this goes, so why don't I just go up here again? Bye-bye. Yeah, he is very Thief King. You're right. Because Thief King wears like an outfit that's, you know, obviously this is very like Roman inspired and that's ancient Egyptian, but they're similar. Try skill. Seek left and then seek down. Oh, I already did that. I have no clue where to go to get to Romina. I think I was close? I have no idea. But I know that I got invaded by Horn Scent once and I completely forgot where that was. All done with my soda. Sad days. Like my boy the Thief King. He's one of my favorites. I love him a lot. I would like to say that he's never done anything wrong. I don't know if that's actually true, but I think he did a couple things wrong. But you know what? Truth is, he was wronged. Oh no, this is the opposite of what I wanted. I need to like figure out where I need to be. I think you get there through here. I just completely forget where that is. I think that's where I came from. Is it over here? I'm sorry, I'm very lost and very confused. feel like I'm going backward. I know I've been here before. Wait, I think I need to go to toward the rot. I may have been going to the wrong place. Maybe. Yeah, again, totally forget. No, this is where I need to be. Okay. Alright, I get it. Okay, this is where I need to be. Because I was like, I saw the rot, and then I was like, no. How about no? So I think I'm going to try to avoid getting rot, unless I want to become a mushroom again. Unfair. Ah! I was like, he better not still be alive. He better. Better not. Oh, there's the rot. Sometimes you gotta swim through the rot. Oh no, I'm wasting my magic. Okay. Drink a flask. Why not? Let's go through the rot. Oh, I could have just gone. Okay. I do not know the lay of the land, so I'll be a little embarrassing for a moment. There we go. So I must have ended up here or around here. I keep forgetting Torrent. You can just ride him. Yay! My message was appraised. Oh, so this is indeed an elevator. Where? Okay, yeah. Alright, so that definitely seems to be a boss store. I wonder if there's a Grace that's a little closer. Or if I'll have to do this every time. Oh, it even sounds revolting as you trudge through. I got some meat. Oh, sounds nasty. Oh no, this looks like a trap of some sort. There I go. Bye-bye. Okay. So I know the elevator will take us up to the boss. I want to figure out whatever that is. I don't know why I've gotten 20 emails today. I don't know why I'm looking at my emails right now. Okay, back to the stream. Shoulder hurts. That's because I was so excited when I bought this couch because I was like, oh, look, head support. Turns out the head support is not great. It's more like it pushes my head forward, so it gets really uncomfortable really quickly. Okay. So now I kind of know my way forward, maybe? So I'm just gonna bust through here. You know, you just have to kind of round the corner. And then go through here. Got these two dudes. But I'm not interested in facing the dudes, so... Gonna run past dudes. I'm gonna run past all this as well. Whoa! Rude! Oh my god! Oh! Maybe I'm not on it tonight. Hi, Heather! Oh, I was just trying to run back to where I was, and that did not end well. I lost some runes, but I'm at the point where I think I'm, like, over-leveled for the base game. And then in Shadow of the Erdtree, what's more important is getting the Shadow Tree blessings. I had soda, and it's gurgling, so if I sound a little odd, that's the reason. Trying very hard not to belch. You should be happy I'm not belching. Alright. This place is so treacherous. Speaking of treacherous, I'm wearing Vesper's armor. I get to wear his black underwear. I'm very excited about that. Alright, let's go. It's just this is such a pain in the ass run. Like, how much of a pain is this? Yeah, I went through this whole area ass backwards. Which is, like, very funny to me. Ah! Yes, I definitely want those 0 runes. For sure, definitely. Always wanted 0 runes. Oh, lamp. I love lamp. Alright, and here's where I died before. So I'm gonna take them on one by one. Oof. And I need to be careful. I need to not mess around. I do feel that this is very trap-like. Alright, I'm just gonna try to get them one by one. I am close to being rotted. I'm rotten. I do feel like there's gonna be a giant scorpion or something coming down. It's a big wide open space and it makes me very nervous. Cool, we love a little refresh. Okay. Oh! Hello. There's an item back here. The Greater Potentate Cookbook 9. In the Greater Potentate Cookbook series, this is the 9th installment. I can't wait to see what happens to the Greater Potentate and see what he cooks. Delicious in dungeon, or in this case, not so delicious in dungeon. All this for some, like, cured meat and fly mold. I wonder if there is a grace around here. I know, like how many tasty treats has he created indeed? Oh, I think this is... So I did end up seeing Fighting Cowboy do this. So it's like a leap of faith from the Last Crusade. I like that people left messages on it. That's extremely helpful. So this, if I have the Sword of Shadow or Darkness, I can pick up... I can do the Sword of Light here. Stone Sheath Sword. That sounds like the Sword in Stone. Oh, the lusty Argonian maid. Target demographic of that book, me. I'm just so sick of being in this area, I think. I'm done. Oh no. I did not. I should have cleared these dudes. Where's the elevator? Here it is. Goodbye. Is there a Grace that's closer to here? Because this would be such a painful run. This I would not want to do every time I need to fight this boss. And I know that... I think this is where Hornsent attacks. Hornsent attacks! Things like Mars attacks. For you kids who are in the 90s. Didn't expect rot. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Plot it because it is funny. Is this close to the... The Grace is up there. Run past the Hornsent and you'll find... Okay, perfect. Because I'm like, oh my god, that would be such a pain. And again, I know that in previous games they would have made you run. Oh my god, okay. There's an elevator there. I feel like he's coming after me. I know, I just like, for some reason I just thought of like the font with the exclamation mark. Mars attacks. The thing, and I thought it was kind of like dumb looking when I was younger, but I think it's camp. So perhaps I was unfair to Mars attack. Try skill. Oh my god. Oh! No, this is where I came from, wasn't it? I'm all kinds of confused. So that must be where... Okay, that's where I came from. Silly me. Hello? Oh, neat. Love having a little refresh moment. Grace. No, this is where I came from. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm just confused. I don't know where I am. So that's where I came from. And then there is that elevator. All right, I'll take that down. I gotta go back to where the rot was? Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so confused. Yeah, I was like, I was sure that this place is so, I would say labyrinthian, but it's too wide to be a labyrinth. I will fight Romina exactly once. I'm just gonna... Wait! This is where I was! This is where I came from! Now I'm so confused! Wait, what? Sorry, I'm so I'm deeply confused. Oh. They're all mad at me. Uh-oh. Third time's a charm. So is that elevator? I feel like, so am I just getting back to an old Grace? Is this the same Grace I took getting here? Oh my god. I think it is. Isn't it? Okay. Maybe I did something wrong. Yeah, this is where I was at the beginning of this. I have a dog chasing me. Okay. Ah! So, okay. This is there where I was, so I guess maybe... Oh! The rot place, so the Grace is there? Okay. I'm just gonna set this back down. Need to go back down to the rot place. This is the most confusing. I think this is the most confused I've been in this game so far. Okay, I think that's where Hornsent attacks. Yeah. That's why I said it, because Hornsent attacks. I'm funny. It's like Irish versus Irish over here. Which Irish will win? This time it was me. Oh. But it truly makes me sad. I didn't hear any of his dialogue because I was not here for it. Last time I think he did say it, but I was too distracted by the fact that Hornsent was attacking me, and I'm like, I just helped you defeat Mesmer. Ragged black cloth overlaid with braided cord, attire of a vengeance-seeking Hornsent. The braided cord ties together the vow of revenge with the victim's grudges. It must never become undone. Enhances both watchful spirits and their vengeful spirits summoned by horn bairns. I think of the knotted art style from Celtic art too. Like how knots were very important to those designs. I think they were influenced in the beginning by Viking designs, and then the Celts really took to it and adopted it. So this is the sword I got before. A sword that none can pull from its scabbard of cracked stone. Relic of a lost civilization from a time long past, said to have served a ritual purpose at altars of light and darkness. Curved swords with long, sickle-like blades, a pair of weapons made to be wielded in both hands. Forged by a horn scent in the name of revenge. In revenge for the flames, my blade I wield. Yeah, that's what horn scent said. That's exactly what he said in the Mesmer battle. Revenger's blade. Dash up to an enemy and slash them open with the blades in each hand. By holding down the button, the initial dash will be expanded. Follow up with a strong attack with the enemy in pieces. The class is the highest holy negation. To use co-op on Mikola. Oh, wow, really? So the clothing. Wow. I hear fly activity. Yeah, if I didn't have a... I mean, I was about to say, if I didn't have a grace, the angry old man in me was like, then you would learn to do the run and do it right. True. True old man who lives inside of me at all times is angry and skeptical of everything. However, definitely quality of life improvement to have a grace nearby. Just convenient, for convenience sake. Yay! Okay. Summoning pool is functional. I think I'll try... Actually, no, I'm gonna go to the tried and true sword against her because it's very good with blood. It's fast. I don't think I can do much. I have the spells that I think I want to. I don't know what she's going to do, so I'm just gonna, I think, experience it. What I am gonna do, take this off. Maybe make it time for crab. And then I can tweak, like if I die, seek fire. Visions of rum. Thank you! So now we're gonna do Romina an hour and 40 minutes into the stream. I'm so sorry, everybody. I didn't think it would take this long at all, and I was truly humbled by the experience. So here I go. Oh my god! So she wields rot. She hits very hard. I'm gonna need to begin to make sense of her movements. I'm gonna have no choice but to get good with her. Instead, it's like, get bad. Yeah, it is sad that there's no cutscene. There are definitely a couple characters here who I think is remiss the right word? In my brain, I want to say remiss without a cutscene. You know what? I have a computer, and I can go to a dictionary. No, that means negligent. And that would be me accusing FromSoft of being negligent, and that's not true. But I guess I feel like we've missed out not having... not having the cutscene is what I mean to say. Without any fanciful words. So, physical damage negation, non-physical spell casting. Blood loss. I'm gonna have to figure out how alleviates rot buildup and cures the rot. I also have incantations. I should probably get into that. These are all such finite resources that I get worried. So let me see if I can do this. I'm scared. She's very fast. like those wheel things from Dark Souls! Oh, there she goes. Oh, wow. Oh, that was dumb. Oh, there I go. That's not so bad. Second attempt, more than halfway through. I think I will... Interesting. You know, she's too fast, I think, for me to use the rock sling method, where I kind of unlock the bigger bosses. Like, she's very swift and agile. Didn't count. It was only warm-up. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's okay. It can count. Because I'm not counting. Not like, I died this many times. I mean, it's fine if you count. I know, let me solo her count it. I'm gonna just stand up for a moment. Okay. There we go. Ugh. Do I want to stand? Probably not. What was it that I was going to do? Oh, so I need to attune spells. I think I will keep the rock sling spell. Memorize spell. And that means I need to switch. So flame cleanse me, I think. Alleviates buildup and cures poison and scarlet rot. Is there anything that like alleviates the buildup of scarlet rot? Because that would be very helpful as well. And as I mentioned, I've been leveling up faith lately, so I can do more incantations. Tornado? Okay, offensive, support, incantations. I think that's what I need. Affinity, damage negation, magic resistance. There's a talisman and some meat. Delicious. You know what? I think I will equip the talisman. I think I do want the blood. What's worse, her physical or her non-physical? I think her... Maybe I can, you know, take this away for a moment. It's called Immunizing Horn charm. Okay, thank you. I feel like I've been sitting for too long. Like, normally I love to stand for these, but my foot's just been so bad. Right now it's better, so I just don't want to push it, you know? Because I have been going to the gym and things like that. But soon, I'll be back to standing. Hopefully. Maybe I should buy a little rug just for streaming, too. Because my floors are just hardwood floors. I think I have it, but let me check. Because it's possible that I don't. Do I have it? I'm sure I did. I could be wrong. Yeah, the immunity. So I think this is what you were mentioning. So I have 3 of them. So I'll use this one. Okay, yeah. So immunity. That's... Let's go. I think I would benefit... Yeah, I'll sit down. Just had like a sharp pain in the ball of my foot, so unfortunately I need to sit back down. But that felt very good for the moment. The rest of my body was happy about that. Foot not so much. I think doing Starlight Shards is good. Oh no, wait a second. I need some kind of... Oh no! I'm squandering my stuff. I think the claw mark seal is what I use. Just like basic bitch equipment. And now I've just wasted. Yep. Okay. So I can cast Flame Cleanse Me. Being close to her tends to help. Damn. Oh, man. That was the wrong time. And so it was time for Crab. She doesn't seem to be immune to... She seems to be immune to bleeding, which is very annoying for me. Was that bleed? Oh no! Oh no! Okay, so I'm gonna... Did I? Hold on. I actually have the stream here. Was I able to bleed her a bit? I feel like that was a fever dream. I heard a very pleasing noise, so I'm gonna assume that was bleeding. Yeah. I think I'm around the time where that happened. I'm just checking my stream for 1 second to see if the bleed was successful or not. Because if it was not, I'm gonna switch swords. Yes, it was. I was able to bleed her. Okay, perfect. That's all I needed to know. It wasn't very effective, but hey, it happened. How many rune arcs do I have? I only have 10. Awful. Truly a tragic time in my life. So I will keep the Shamshir, because the Shamshir I noticed was better at inflicting bleed. Oh wait. I think the talisman helps to make me immune. One day I'll get the timing right there. My timing's never right on that. Oh, I have the rot. Oh, nope. That takes too long, like... I think this is another one of these bosses that, like, has this much agility and you have, like, this much agility, so I don't know if I like this boss. This... That's a good question, Frankie. I think it was lighter than the Malekith armor that I had before. But that doesn't mean much, so I'm gonna check. I think I do need to be lightweight. So, I don't know, maybe I could dress up in a beautiful gown. And I need to minimize the amount of equipment that I have, which I always try to do before a boss, but who knows truly. My equipment load is medium. Also, the preserving boluses are faster than the flame cleanse. Oh! Okay. I may need some in a bit. Yeah, you know what? That's pretty smart. Poison, the rot. Okay. So, maybe I should actually craft some items. How many can I do? So I can do up to 25? Am I gonna use any of these things? Sacrament's a bud. That's interesting. It's the saint of the bud. So let's make 20. And yeah, so maybe I'll attune spell and maybe take off Flame Cleanse Me, take off the Claw Mark. Because to me it's just an additional spell. So, equipment, take that off. Oh, who can I summon? Oh, it's my dude, my guy, my lad. So maybe I might, if I continue feeling the way I'm feeling about this boss, I might go ahead and summon this lad. Summon the lad. Oh, what the? Oh. Having some button stickage. Terrible time to have button stickage. I think I'm kind of stupid with my timing, to be so honest with all of you. She's way too agile for her own good. I'm gonna try a few more times and then I might summon for this one. At least I know that the preserving boluses do really well. So thank you for that, Frankie. And I should have plenty. I say. I'll try a few more times. I think I'll go for another half hour. I'll try for a few more times, and if I don't succeed, I'll consider summoning. Because there are certainly a few bosses in this DLC where, like, I try to do everything solo as much as possible. But there's some bosses where, like, I questioned as to how fair this is solo. And this game, FromSoft didn't necessarily set out to have a truly great solo experience. Shouldn't be able to do that in such rapid succession. It's like, look at me, I'm losing my stamina. I can't move that quickly. Oh, you know what? You have to dodge when that little chime happens. I get it. There we go! Woo, that one didn't feel as bad. Did I in fact get good? Woo! Take a second to admire this. It's very unsettling. Like, it's beautiful with the red and the pink, but you know that it's because this place was overrun with rot. Hold on. I'm gonna take a video clip if I can. Yes, I can! I've had trouble in the past. What do I want? I want to see the remembrance. I got the remembrance of the Saint of the Bud. Definitely related to Melania, especially hearing the motifs in her music. Plus the rot. Remembrance of Romina, Saint of the Bud, hewn into the Shadow Tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the Finger Eater. After the church was burned to the ground, Romina discovered a twisted divine element, which she weaved into the baleful scarlet rot. Perhaps then the buds might find somewhere to gain purchase once more, within the scorched remains. So this is probably a church of rot, somehow? Let's take a quick look. Let's see what this, is called. And there's more beyond this. I'm gonna explore that, before signing off. I'm glad I was able to defeat that solo. That made me happy. I think it was a matter of me getting good. So I've got 300 grand, I think. I need about 500 and something. So 300 should hopefully do. We'll see. Oh, that gave me 600. Haha, math. I can pretend I'm good at it. Oh, neat. So I'm capped up in vigor, mind, and endurance. I think the returns diminish after about here. What do I want? I want probably strength. It was when I thought I was finished with the rod, it pulls you back in. That will always be funny. Just when I thought it was over, it pulls me back in. Is there anything else I need to do? Did I get anything else? Did I get a weapon of hers? No, I think I can get that at the Finger Eater. Oh, but I'm very happy. I'm so done. I'm so done. I didn't want to fight that boss more. Her agility was crazy. So this was... Oh, wait, what is this grace called? So the Church of the Bud. So they were probably trying to grow rot here. I mean, buds, the rot flower. Even for this reason, Romina seems important for Scarlet Rot lore, and no cutscene or yeah, I agree. I felt the same with Rolana. I felt like we really missed out on not having a cutscene with her. Same with Romina. I did it! Yes, you did. Good for you, friend. I can't... Okay, it seems that I cannot... Oh! Sacre bleu, what is this? Oh, this is sure something. Ooh, do I examine the ceiling tree? I think this unseals this over here. What happens if I just examine it? If I examine it, will it automatically open this up? Because I don't necessarily want that to happen yet. So I'm gonna figure out Freya's stuff. Yeah, it would have been great to have a cutscene with Romina, because like it seems so almost random that she's here. It's interesting too that so close to Mikula, there's this whole area that's been overrun by rot. So you have these beautiful ruins. It will unlock. Okay, so I'm gonna probably say no to that for now, just because I want to do more things in the game. So next time, I'm glad that this is I'm glad that this is over. This was such a pain. This was a big pain. The ruins, I think it started out really fun, and then it just got not fun pretty quickly. Not quickly, like over time it became not so fun. And then, yeah. But I'm very proud. I'm very happy. You think so, Frankie? Good. At least, like, I'm through with the worst of it. So yeah, it directs me to go straight back here. So, okay. So next time, I'm gonna... So what I do in general with these games is I play what I call semi-blind. So I'm not going in completely blind. If I feel like anxious about an area, or if I feel frustrated with an area, I might just look up how to do it. Be like, how on earth? So I think I'm at this point. So I know that catacombs, like Dark Light is one of them. I'm gonna look up how I get the map here as well. I just have to admit, the fact that this map is hard to find at all stinks. Because I went through this whole, like, this entire area with no map. I mean, it's like the old FromSoft experience. I feel like I'm pretty spoiled at this point because you didn't have a map. Back in my day, we didn't have maps. Just spoiled little and great. Like, I will say they created maps in Elden Ring for a reason. Look how large this area is. So yeah, I think between now and then, I'll like just look up how on earth to find the map fragments. It's probably just the these two catacombs that I didn't do. This one I just found. Because again, I got fed up. I still need to go fight. There's like something or other down near here that I need to fight, and I think I kept losing and I got fed up and I was like, no. How about no? I'm glad to know that I'm kind of caught up with the NPCs, it seems. It looks like I can't budge them any further from here. I think I need to progress the world. So just in general, just me thinking out loud, things I need to do. One, these maps. And like whatever else might be in them. Like I think I did most of what's here. Most. I could be wrong and I could be missing some things. This is a mystery. This is a big question mark. So bosses that I know that I need to do. Bale. Here. I think I'm pretty much ready for Bale. The Shadow Tree Avatar, I think it's somewhere near... Oh, I think it's here. I think it's here. That's why I have a map marker, because I'm like, what... How do I get there? And I think that it might be from here in the Shadow Keep. I just don't know from where. So things I need to do. Shadow Tree Avatar. Bale. Whatever this is. Find this map fragment and then see if there's anything else I might need to explore here. Catacombs, bleh. And then, oh, you think so? I know that Bale's hard, so that's why I bailed on Bale. Sorry. And then this. I think this is the most likely to be Enerulum, I think, because it's right here near the Ballarat settlement. Things pointing over to here. So that's that on that. I can swirl in my gorgeous, gorgeous new robes. I have to admit, like, the Roman-style robes that Mesmer wears, they're extremely cool looking. They're cool. It's very cool. And then I kept my red hood on because it gives you the wig as well as the helmet. And I'm like, I look too much like Mesmer in that wig. I'm gonna just keep him the way he should be. In a nice breezy short skirt so he can feel the wind, even though it must feel uncomfortable and smell disgusting where he is right now. And that's where I will leave you all. Thank you so much for attending and being very patient with me as I explored random things, got lost, and then it just didn't take much time at all to do Romina, which is, you know what, in hindsight, it was a good thing because this stream ended up going a bit long. But thank you again. I hope you all have a great week.
Hey!
Bye!